You're watching Amador County's #1 news and sports leader, TSPN. And now back to our sports show and the game of the week, now in its 25th year. This week, TSPN's game of the week is the big game. The Argonaut Mustangs take on the Amador Buffaloes at Amador High School with TSPN sportscasters Jim Vinciguerra and Frank Halverson. And on camera is TSPN's cameraman, Tommy Fox. And now, back to the big game on TSPN.
Okay, Frank, we're back with the fourth quarter, ready to go. 13-7. Buffs on top of the Mustangs here in the annual big game 2012. Fourth quarter is brought to you by Hospice of Amador and Calaveras Counties. Shop the Hospice thrift store where you can find great bargains, friendly staffs, along with lots of clothes for the entire family and a large selection of furniture and housewares. If you have anything to donate, consider bringing those items to the Hospice thrift stores. Proceeds assist in serving and caring for terminally ill patients right here in our community. All donations are tax deductible and they're going to be open 7 days a week. Again, Amador Thrift, Hospice Thrift of Amador and Calaveras Counties.
Well, it's now or never for Argonaut. They need to get something going here. Merriman's got it, not much going on. That defense, Thomas is there. Again, number 44 for Amador.
We have a winner in our 50-50 raffle ticket, ladies and gentlemen.
Number 44, that's Lanier again. And it's just been tough sledding here.
They just cannot get the traction and get out of gear or in gear. Well, whistles.
Oh, the clock has not. The clock is set at 0.
$11:30 they're yelling out.
I think everybody in the place is going to tell the clock keeper where to put it.
And they put it right where it's supposed to be, 11:30. All right, 3rd down and 8.
Merriman's got it. He's going to pass it. He wanted to. Now he's going to keep it and run it. Look at him go. There's a first down.
The first down. That was all Colton Merriman right there, folks.
He wanted to throw it.
Yeah. I think King was way down here, but I think White had him pretty well covered up.
Well, Merriman made the right decision and tucked that down and was able to get enough yards for the first down, so that'll move the chains. Caleb Patrick spinning and just running backwards.
Gain of about 4, 2nd and 6.
That was that inside reverse. Just looking a little out of sync.
Yeah.
Merriman's got it coming right at us. Got a pretty good little block by Tyler Love right there and broke him free. That's going to move the chains again. Another first down for the Mustangs.
Merriman again with the ball. The left side to the Argonaut 38. First down for the Mustangs. Thomas and Lanier with the tackle.
All right, the ball sits on the 37-yard line. 1st and 10.
Oh, King went into motion, and Anderson jumped on the right side. Again, another penalty for Argonaut. Back him up. This is something we have not seen Argonaut do all year long.
Right.
They've had more penalties tonight, I think, than they've had combined in every other league game this year. So 1st and 15. Hayes is going to throw. Oh, just tried to. You know, they were real successful in that play last week against Calaveras, and Brock Hayes is just a little bit off tonight.
So it's going to bring up a second down and 15.
Army based in North Carolina. Graduate, 2009 graduate of Argonaut High School.
You know, you got to start wondering how many more possessions they're going to get this game with the way their offense uses up the clock.
Well, it's a one score game, Frank. So you know it's just going to come down to the end.
So King's got it,
and
that's Lanier
again.
And I'll tell you what, that Amador defense is just pushing the big Argonaut line back. Did you see how deep King had to get there?
So another loss on that play.
And now it makes it 3rd and forever. Really difficult down and distance again for the Mustangs. Every time they get a couple first downs, and then all of a sudden a penalty.
Or a loss.
Every time they've had a penalty, it's killed their drive. Hayes throws high, incomplete.
There were 3 Amador buffs there ready to pick it off, too. 4th down, here comes the punt.
Argonaut's going to have to get rid of the ball again with under 9 minutes left in the game. You know, Argonauts just looked out of sync, but you got to give a lot of credit to the Buffalo defense.
Yeah, definitely.
So White back deep for Amador. Short kick. Fair catch called right at the 45-yard line.
And with 8:50 left on the clock here in the game, again, 13 for Amador, 7 for the Mustangs. They'll take over 1st and 10 here, again on the 35-yard line.
Now it'll be interesting what Amador is going to do here. Are they going to continue to throw the ball? Those incompletions stop the clock and really stretch the game out, or are they going to try to keep it on the ground and keep that clock going? Right now they've got a good field position going on here at the 45. Even if they have to punt, Amador or Argonaut's going to have to play with a long field. And just as I say that, Griffin goes back to the gun. He's going to throw it high.
Intended for White.
Yeah, he just threw that way high. Pretty good coverage by Love that time, and he just sailed it over the intended receiver's head. But there again, that took like 4 seconds. So it'll going to be 2nd and 10 for Amador.
See if they come split this time. Number 80 down here on our side of the field.
They're going to straight ahead to Nichols that time.
Nothing there.
Nothing there, but it does keep that clock moving.
3rd and 9. 8:30 left in the game.
Plenty of time, but Argonaut needs a stop, and then they need to do something on the offensive side of the ball.
Well, that's the whole thing, Frank. They need to stop, but I mean, the offense has been in neutral the entire game. Slot to the left is White.
Actually, they've been hitting reverse a bunch.
Whoa, we got a flag. Early start, maybe?
False start by Amador. So that'll back it up and make it 3rd and 14.
United States Marine Private First Class Marine Garrett Gray is stationed in Camp Pendleton, San Diego. United States Marine Private First Class Garrett Gray. He's a graduate of Argonaut High School, class of 2012. Garrett Gray.
Griffin fakes to Nichols. He's rolling to his left. He's in trouble. Scrambling. Oh, there's a block. Didn't call it.
Oh,
incomplete. He dropped it.
He dropped it, but I tell you.
I can't believe they didn't call that block in the
Right
back here. It was right in front of us. The official was standing right there and didn't even attempt to go for the flag. The guy just ran over. Or the Mustang defender was chasing Griffin, and he just pushed him down from the back. I can't believe it wasn't called. 4th down, and Griffin to punt. Merriman deep. Ryan King semi-deep. 7:34 left in the game. Boy, that's a bad snap. Coach Baker going to put it in the hands of his defense. Low kick. Merriman's got it. He's at the 40, 45. He's still going 50. Finally brought down. Great return by Merriman. Griffin was the one that finally chased him down. Number 9, Cody Sackett was. Or Sackett, excuse me. I thought that was 8. But excellent return for Merriman. This may have put a spark in that offensive unit, so let's see. Well, they need to do it right now. They're going to start 1st and 10 on Amador's 46-yard line. All right, Merriman, King. King with the toss. Whoa. He bounces it outside. There was nothing going there. He's got a little room. Knocked out of bounds by Griffin. 1st down, I think. Let's see where they're spotting that, Frank. Yeah, plenty of yardage for a 1st down. That play was designed to go right off tackle, and the Amador defense just clogged it up. Once he hit that big clog, though, he bounced to the right and wound up getting the 1st down. So 1st and 10 all the way down to the 35-yard line. This could be some kind of finish. We got 7 minutes left here in this big game. 13-7 Amador, and to say this is an upset is quite the understatement. Caleb Patrick on the toss. He slips. Fell down, but they didn't call it. Yeah, well, I heard a whistle. Let's see where they... The old referee can't move too good. He's the one that got his knee hurt, remember? Yep. Yeah, they called it. He touched down. You know, we saw some players lose their footing in the JV game also. Obviously, it's a little bit slick out there. So a loss of a yard. It's going to be 2nd and 11. Hayes has got it. He's looking right over the middle. Oh, incomplete. In and out of his hands. Who was that? Well, that was Love. Love. 3rd down and 11. 6:22 left in the game. Four down territory. I'm sure they're going to go for it on 4th down, so they don't necessarily need to get all 11, but they just need to put themselves in a good play call situation. Toss to Merriman. He's going to get ridden out of bounds. Didn't get much, if anything. Boy, I'll tell you what. That defensive coming up. That Amador defense is playing awful tough. They're forcing them deep, and they're forcing them to go wide, and they're getting a lot of help. Really pursuing the ball really well. So it's going to bring up 4th and 10. Clock under 6 minutes left in the game. Fourth and 10, big play for the Mustangs here with the clock ticking under 6 minutes. Oh, what a grab. Oh, man, way up in the air. Merriman jumped up, reached out as high as he could and pulled that down to move the chains. What a catch by Merriman. He made himself about 8 feet tall that time, Frank. Holy smoke. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. Big 4th down and 10 play. You know, both teams have converted on 4th downs here tonight that have ended up, in Amador's case, ended up in a score converted twice on the same drive. Right. Ball on the 23-yard line. 1st and 10. King Following his blockers, gets down inside the 20.
King came out of there too, Frank. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
So he gets about 6 on that play, makes it 2nd and 4.
Lead tackler for Amador.
4:40 left in the game. Merriman got a little room, goes forward to about the 12-yard line.
He's got to get it into about the 9 or the 10. Well, that was a
No,
first
that's going to be a first down. He only had to get inside the 15. So 1st and 10 for the Mustangs.
And they can still get a first down. First down marker is going to be about the 4.
Yeah, they're on the 13-yard line right now.
The 3.
King on the toss.
He got dumped.
Big number 79, I think, was the guy on the bottom of that pile that
Bryce Stewart
grabbed his ankle.
Okay, loss of 1, Frank.
You know, I'm really impressed with this Amador line, the way they're standing up against a much bigger line from the Mustangs. That defense has really played good. King's got it going on a sweep around the right. He gets a couple, but not many.
Break it. The clock still runs.
So it's going to be 3rd down. Call it 9. The Buffalo defense has just been pursuing all night long.
All right, 2 down territory, so it's 3rd right now, and they've got to get about 9 yards for a first.
Straight ahead. Merriman's got it. He's got a first down. He's down to about the 2. He just kept driving his legs and churning those legs.
So far this series, Merriman has saved the Mustangs with that leaping catch and his drive for a first down.
That's a 1st and goal for the Mustangs.
Spotted on the 3-yard line. This is where the Mustang line has to take command, Frank. As big as they are.
Brock Hayes is going to keep it. He's going to get down.
Yeah, I think he's going to be in for a touchdown.
Nope. 2nd down. He's right close. I mean, the nose is almost on the goal line. Yeah, he's inches away from the goal line. Clock winding down to 2 minutes.
We don't get a 2-minute warning to take a break here either. All right, the ball on the 1.
2nd and goal. The 1-foot line, touchdown.
Hayes, touchdown.
Hayes kept it himself and just took it into the end zone. No signal yet. I don't know why. He was well across the goal line. I can't believe.
What? I don't.
They're calling 3rd down. I had the glasses right on him.
I don't know. We'll see that on the replay from Tommy, but it looked like he was in.
Amador's going to call a timeout.
Oh, man. Well.
It's going to be 3rd down. You know, this actually kind of works in Argonaut's favor. I mean, you think they're going to get it, and they're just taking more time off the clock. Clock's down to 1:30. But regardless of how this turns out, I'm telling you, we have not seen Amador play this type of football like they played tonight. This defense has been fabulous. They've been flying to the ball. I mean, there's nothing to be ashamed of for the Amador Buffaloes, win or lose tonight, because they've played one whale of a football game.
They brought their A game tonight. They had to, Frank. And, you know, like we say, it's big game week, and everybody said, oh, you know, hey, the Mustangs. Big time. It's big game week. It's not big time. I mean, it's who brings their A game, and right now, the A game goes to the Amador Buffs. With 1:30 left,
well,
Argonaut could bring their A game right here.
I've been really impressed on how they've played because I really saw this as not a very close game, and boy, was I wrong.
All right.
Well, he had to give it to him that time. Touchdown, Mustangs. So now, the very important extra point. You know, and when Amador faked the kick and went for 2, and we talked about how maybe that extra point could play into the game, we're staring at right now. Pineda has been perfect tonight. He was perfect last week. I mean, I don't know. I think maybe he's only missed 1 or 2 extra points all season long, and that was early in the year. King with the hold, snaps down, it's up.
Good.
And it's good.
Well, there you have it. 14-13, minute 27 left. It ain't over.
All of a sudden, there's some noise on the other side of the field, but there's a minute 27 left.
First time we've heard that noise all night, Frank.
Right now, Argonaut's got a minute 27 to preserve their undefeated season, but I've got to tell you, this certainly didn't go according to plan.
We were talking to Larry White at the beginning of the game, and he says, I hope it comes down to a field goal. Remember when he was in here at the beginning of the game, so he'll make believers out of me and you. Let's see if their field goal kicker, it's got to be Stewart, Josh Stewart, I'd imagine. He does the kickoffs.
Yeah, number 84, I think, is it, Jim?
Yeah, but we'll see what happens here. White's going to go deep. Quentin Johnson's going to go deep. Sweet, Nichols.
You know, I don't think Amador has any timeouts. Remember that they had to use that one with a minute and a half into the second half?
Yeah. Field position is everything right here, Frank.
Well, Pineda's going to kick off for the Mustangs.
He's probably going to squib it like he's done most of the night and the last few games. Not the pooch, but a squib. Make it grow squirrely. There it is.
It's going to go deep.
And that's White.
Coming this way. Gets around. Nope, he doesn't get by 1. Brought down inside the 15-yard line, so they've got a long way to go with a minute 17 left in the ball game. If they're going to pull this huge upset.
I want to say that was number 11 with the one-hand stab, Caleb Patrick. I couldn't get the number when he came up, but White had a little room if he didn't get snagged in that number 22 jersey. All right, the ball on the 19.
14.
14. 19-14.
Buffalo ball on their own 14-yard line. First and 10 for the Thundering Herd.
Minute 17 left. And we aren't quite sure how many timeouts Amador does have if they need to take any. So White in motion to the left. Griffith back to pass.
He's looking to the right under pressure. Throws it long. Oh, almost intercepted, knocked down.
See, who's that number?
That was King.
23.
He just threw that one up for grabs. Under pressure from the rush, rolling to his right.
The intended receiver was either Dominguez or Sweet. I couldn't tell. They were both about in the same area.
So second down and 10.
Minute 9. Okay, Thomas wide to the left. Dominguez wide to the right.
Watch for White in the slot to his left.
White.
He's looking over that way right now. He's throwing deep to Thomas. Thomas looks like he gave up on the route. Almost intercepted. Incomplete. That was broken up by Pineda. But Thomas looked like he was just jogging. It's like he gave up on the route. He thought he was going to throw to White. And Pineda did a good job staying behind him.
That took 6 seconds off the clock. So
third down.
Minute and 1. Third down and 10. And we get a timeout.
Argonaut.
Argonaut. And with a minute left in the game, fourth quarter of the Game of the Week is being proudly brought to you by the Hospice of Amador and Calaveras Counties. Shop the Hospice thrift stores where you're going to find great bargains, friendly staff, lots of clothes for the entire family, large selection of furniture and housewares. And if you have anything to donate, consider bringing those items to the Hospice thrift store. Proceeds assist in providing services and care to terminally ill patients right here in our community. All donations are tax deductible, and they're going to be open 7 days a week. Again, Hospice of Amador and Calaveras. Frank, what do you got in the bag there?
Well, I've got the rotary bell that will be presented to the winner that has all the scores on it all the way back to a long time ago since this rivalry started.
Okay, here we go. Third down. A lot of time for Griffith.
Well, he doesn't have anybody open to throw to. Oh, almost intercepted.
Chancellor,
it should have been
33,
right through Chancellor's hands.
Should have had it. Should have, could have, would have.
But their scores all the way back to 1923.
Oh, my God.
When Jackson played Sutter Creek in the first rivalry game all the way to today. And Argonaut is one play away from a decade of dominance in this big game showdown, 10 years in a row.
They're one play away from being the only undefeated team in the last 55
since
years.
1957.
55 years ago. So here it is, folks. All the marbles riding on this play. Three wide receivers to the left, wide receiver to the right with a slot on the right side. Lone back, Griffin.
Being chased. He's in trouble. Deason's got him. That game's ball game. Argonaut will hold on to the crowd for the 10th year in a row and complete an undefeated season. The first Argonaut Jackson High School team to do it since 1957. They will go in as the #1 seed into the Sac Joaquin Section playoffs. Both teams will be going into the playoffs. Amador will travel. We'll find out where, probably on Monday. Argonaut will be at home.
Well, if Argonaut is the #1 seed, I think they'll have two or are they going to run three games? As long as they win.
As long as they win, they're at home.
Except for the championship game.
Correct.
But, again, Amador will travel, but they're still going to the playoffs. Somerville will be in the playoffs. Calaveras will be in the playoffs. So
they're going to kneel down, and this one's going to be over. Jim, I'm going to bow out and head down to the field to present the trophy.
And
nice job, Ball. Although I do have to say, what a great job by Amador. They played their hearts out, and really that defense really impressed me tonight. So good job by both teams.
All right, we've got a little discussion here. And they're in the prevent offense here. They're going to take a knee. And that will do it with 14 seconds left. Argonaut High School varsity football team goes 10-0 this season. Again, like Frank said, first time in 55 years. And I tell you what, give the pat on the back to Colton Merriman on that last drive. Stretched up about 9 feet tall for that catch to make it a first down. And then into the end zone with Brock Hayes on a quarterback sneak. This local television coverage has been brought to you by your overall sponsor, Jackson Tire, your Goodyear tire dealer on Highway 49 in front of the Sears store in Jackson. And in Pine Grove near the post office. The journey begins on the wings of Goodyear. Also our quarter sponsors, All Sierra Roof Company with Tim Thornhill, your local full-service Owens Corning Platinum preferred roofing contractor. For the right roof, start with the right contractor. Also Camps Propane, exceptional energy, they're your friendly, dependable local propane company. Visit the showroom on Highway 88 at Red Corral Road in Pioneer. The American Legion, Amador Post 108, proud to be involved and supportive in our community. Veterans still serving America. And last but not least, it's Hospice of Amador and Calaveras Counties, providing hospice care for terminally ill patients in our community. Support them by shopping and donating at the hospice thrift stores. Thanks to them, you've been watching this edition of our sports show on TSPN, Amador County's own television network. Jim Vinciguerra along with Frank Halverson, Tommy Slavik on camera one, and the Slavik saying, thanks for watching the game of the week. That ends Motherlode League season. We'll start the third. Let's see, we're going in thirds. Preseason, regular season, postseason. The last third of the season is going to start next week. Stay tuned. Check your local papers, radio stations, and TV for possible playoff positions. Again, Argonaut should be the #1 seed. Amador will make that playoff game in the lower 8, so they will be going on the road. Thanks again for watching this season of MLL action. Hopefully we'll be with you next week for the playoffs.
You're watching Amador County's local television network, TSPN. When you buy your tires at Jackson Tire Service, safety and satisfaction are guaranteed, along with the best, friendliest service from experienced, knowledgeable tire professionals who take pride in the work they perform. Locally owned and operated since 1973, Jackson Tire leads in community involvement in both Amador and Calaveras counties. For your next set of tires, wheels, brake shocks, struts, mufflers, or wheel alignment, come to the best tire and brake store in town, Jackson Tire and Jackson Tire Pine Grove. And thank you for shopping locally with us. You're watching Amador County's #1 news and sports leader, TSPN. Our sports show and the game of the week is a TSPN Incorporated production. All rights reserved. See you next time.